In a remote corner of the country, nestled away from the bustle of everyday life, stands a seemingly ordinary ICE detention facility. It's high security, fortified with layers of defense, yet there's something unsettling about its location. Hidden deep in the wilderness, far from the eyes of most. From the outside, it looks like just another government building, but inside it holds high-value detainees, men and women whose knowledge could bring down some of the most powerful criminal networks in the world. Among them, key members of the Mexican Cartel, imprisoned, with their secrets locked away, their connections waiting to be severed. If you enjoyed this heartfelt story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing tales. Your support keeps us going. But whispers have begun to circulate in the underworld. A storm is coming. The cartel knows about the facility, and they know what's inside. They have plans to infiltrate, plans to break out their key players, and the clock is ticking. For the cartel, it's a matter of control of information, control of power. But for the people guarding the facility, this is no ordinary security job. Enter Commander Ryan Holt, a man with a past, a man whose once glorious military career as part of an elite Delta Force unit has left him with scars, physical and emotional. Now Holt leads a specialized security team, brought in to ensure that no one, not even the most dangerous cartel members, will escape. His unit is known for their precision, their tactics, and most importantly, their ability to anticipate an enemy's next move. But Holt isn't just guarding a facility, he's guarding his own redemption, determined not to let his past failures repeat themselves. Each member of his team has a story, a set of skills honed in the crucible of battle, each bringing their own edge to the mission. There's Ethan Cross, a sharpshooter with the kind of focus that could split a hair from a mile away. Maya Ramirez, a tech genius whose expertise keeps the security systems running flawlessly. And then there's Holt, the commander of them all, cold, calculated, and driven by a deep-seated need to right the wrongs of his past. Together they form an impenetrable wall of security, and they will stop at nothing to protect the facility and its secrets. But as night falls, the distant hum of cartel activity becomes louder. They're coming. And they're not the kind of men you can just lock away. They're dangerous, they're relentless, and they won't stop until they have what they want. The stage is set, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The cartel is planning to strike, and they have no idea that they're about to face something far more dangerous than they ever anticipated. The cartel has been patient, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They know their high-ranking members, the key players, are being held in the ICE facility, and those individuals hold the kind of information that could unravel their entire operation. The clock is ticking, and the cartel is ready to do whatever it takes to break them out, erase the evidence, and keep their empire running smoothly. Behind the scenes, the cartel sets a plan in motion that's as meticulous as it is dangerous. They disguise their operatives as prison contractors and even as guards, infiltrating the facility from within. With these insiders in place, they can disable security systems, create distractions, and plant the seeds for their escape. It's the perfect plan, well-funded, well-organized, and built on inside information. Bribes are passed around, false intel is planted, and every step is carefully timed. The cartel has done their homework, believing they've outsmarted the facility's defenses and its guards. But what the cartel doesn't know is that they're not the only ones who've been preparing for this moment. The Delta Force unit, led by Commander Ryan Holt, has been embedded deep within the facility's ranks. They're not just watching from the sidelines, they've been monitoring every movement, gathering intel and anticipating exactly what the cartel might do. They know that the cartel is relentless, they know that they will stop at nothing to get their people out, and they've been preparing for this very day. Every guard, every contractor, every shift, Holt's team has been watching, waiting. The Delta Force unit has the cartel right where they want them, ready to strike when the time is right. They know exactly what the cartel's next move will be, and they're already one step ahead. The cartel may think they've infiltrated the facility, but in reality, they've walked straight into a trap they didn't even see coming. The stage is set for a battle of wits, and this time, the cartel's mistake will cost them more than they could have ever imagined. The cartel's assault on the ICE detention facility begins quietly but with ruthless precision. They know the layout, and they know exactly where to hit first. The ventilation system, once a weak link, is the first to go. Then the control room, the heart of the facility's security, is infiltrated, leaving the guards blind. With the main gates targeted and explosives planted at key spots, the cartel begins to move with the kind of speed and stealth only a well-trained criminal organization could achieve. As planned, they disable the cameras, black out the power grid, and take down the communication systems. For a few fleeting moments, everything seems to go perfectly. The cartel forces move deeper into the facility, and the staff members, oblivious to the chaos unfolding just outside, continue their routine, completely unaware of the danger closing in around them. Their plans appear flawless, at least on the surface, but Commander Ryan Holt isn't so easily fooled. As the assault takes place, he's seated in his office, reviewing operations. Suddenly, an alert flashes on his phone, an abnormality in the surveillance system. His first instinct is to dismiss it, thinking it might just be a technical glitch, perhaps a camera malfunction, or a minor issue with the system. But something nags at him. He decides to investigate further. The Delta Force unit remains calm and poised. They blend in with the regular staff, working the perimeter, moving through the facility, pretending to be just another face in the crowd. But their instincts are sharp, honed over years of combat. Every member of the team knows the cartel won't hesitate to strike, and they're prepared for anything. Then, as if on cue, the first explosion rips through the air, rattling the facility. It's a decoy meant to distract and confuse, but it signals the beginning of the cartel's assault. The team immediately springs into action, but they stay out of sight, making no moves that could alert the cartel to their presence. Holt finally realizes what's happening. The cartel has begun their attack. This is no malfunction. The time for subtlety is over. The tension grows with every passing second. Holt and his unit know that they don't have much time before the cartel takes full control of the facility. The clock is ticking, and they need to move fast. They're already one step behind, but that's not enough to stop them. As more explosions shake the facility, the Delta Force unit mobilizes. The battle is just beginning, and it's only a matter of time before all hell breaks loose. The cartel may have infiltrated the facility, but the Delta Force is ready to make sure their operation doesn't last long. The real fight starts now. The cartel's assault is underway, and at first it seems like the perfect operation. Their soldiers, armed to the teeth and brimming with brute force, burst through the facility's defenses, overpowering some of the regular guards with ease. The initial wave of chaos takes the staff by surprise, and it appears the cartel will have the upper hand. They move quickly, breaking into key areas, but as they push forward, they start to realize that this facility is tougher than they anticipated. It isn't just the walls and gates, they're facing something far more dangerous. One of the cartel's soldiers, a seasoned but reckless fighter, barrels into a hallway, his weapon ready. He's prepared for a fight, but he's not prepared for Ethan Cross, a former Delta Force operative, trained to remain unseen, moving with the grace of a predator. The cartel member swings his weapon, but Cross is faster. He moves in close, disarming the attacker with a swift, precise strike, using the man's own momentum against him. The fight is brief but intense. Cross's training takes over, and within moments the cartel soldier is incapacitated, left unconscious on the cold concrete floor. This one encounter disrupts one of the cartel's plans, but it also signals something far more significant. The cartel realizes that they are not just dealing with guards. They are facing a highly trained elite unit, capable of turning the tide of battle with military precision, and the stakes get higher as they realize the facility isn't as vulnerable as they thought. These aren't just isolated guards, they're former soldiers, and they've been waiting for this very moment. As the cartel scrambles to regroup, the Delta Force unit begins their counterattack. Silent and deadly, they move through the facility like shadows. The facility's security systems, now in the hands of the Delta team, are turned against the cartel's forces. Surveillance cameras that once recorded the chaos now become eyes for the Delta unit. They sabotage the cartel's vehicles, ensuring no one can escape. They destroy weapons caches, eliminating the cartel's firepower before they can use it. The attackers, once so confident in their strength, now find themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. Each cartel member falls one by one, taken out with brutal efficiency. The Delta team knows that every move has to be calculated. They aren't just reacting, they're strategically dismantling the cartel's operation, breaking it down piece by piece. They've been planning for this moment, and now the fight is under their control. As the cartel's soldiers are systematically picked off, the remaining few realize something terrifying. They are no longer in control. They're not just fighting against regular guards, they are fighting against men and women who have seen the darkest parts of war, trained to think fast, strike hard, and never miss a beat. They thought they were the ones calling the shots, but now the tide has turned. The cartel is the prey, and the Delta Force is the hunter. The realization begins to set in. Their mission to free their high-ranking members is failing. Every move they make is countered by the precision of a force they didn't even know existed inside the facility. The cartel thought they had the element of surprise, but they soon learn that nothing is ever as easy as it seems. As the realization dawns on the cartel's leadership that their operation is collapsing, the atmosphere shifts from confidence to panic. The walls are closing in, and the carefully laid plan begins to unravel. In a desperate move, the cartel orders a strategic retreat, but they've underestimated the Delta Force unit, who's already one step ahead, cutting off all possible escape routes. There's no way out. Felix Cruz, the final cartel leader, attempts to flee through the back corridors, hoping to escape the chaos. His footsteps echo in the empty hallways, but he's not alone for long. Commander Ryan Holt intercepts him, blocking his path. Cruz's confident smirk fades as he realizes the stakes have changed. Holt is determined. This is no longer just about stopping a cartel. It's about erasing the threat once and for all. The final showdown between Holt and Cruz is nothing short of intense. What begins as a physical confrontation quickly turns into psychological warfare. Cruz, a man who's masterminded countless escapes and betrayals, tries to break Holt's focus with insults and taunts. He plays dirty, pushing Holt to his breaking point. But Holt, driven by his need for redemption, stands firm. This moment is more than just stopping a criminal. It's about facing his own past failures, the mistakes he couldn't undo, and using them to fuel this battle. As Cruz lunges forward, Holt's movements are swift, precise, in a fluid motion. He disarms Cruz, pinning him down with military precision. As Cruz struggles, Holt looks down at him, words cutting through the silence. "You thought you could destroy everything, control everything. This is where it ends." The final blow lands, and Cruz is subdued, his empire shattered in the blink of an eye. With the cartel's last hope vanquished, the Delta Force unit stands victorious. They've saved the facility, crushed the cartel, and proved that even the most powerful enemies are no match for those who fight with purpose. As the dust settles and the final remnants of the cartel are wiped out, the Delta Force unit stands victorious. The facility, once under threat, is now firmly secured. No cartel members have escaped. Every one of them has been neutralized. The survivors, those few who remain, are swiftly taken into custody, ensuring the facility is free from any further danger. Authorities move in, taking control of the aftermath, cleaning up the wreckage left behind by the failed cartel assault. Commander Ryan Holt, standing amidst the controlled chaos, takes a moment to breathe. The tension in his shoulders eases as he watches the operation unfold. The facility is safe, the mission is a success. But Holt knows that the victory, hard-earned as it is, comes with a price. This fight, like so many others, was about more than just stopping criminals. It was about personal redemption. As he reflects on the events of the past hours, Holt feels the weight of his past failures begin to lift. Even if just for a moment, he knows that the work isn't over. There will always be another threat, another fight. The world doesn't stop moving, and neither can he. But this time Holt believes in the victory. This time he did everything right. The mistakes of his past won't repeat themselves. Not if he has anything to say about it. Just as the sense of relief begins to wash over him, Holt's phone buzzes with an encrypted message. His eyes narrow as he reads it. Another cartel is forming in Mexico. They're planning their own infiltration. The message is clear. A new enemy is already making its move. Holt looks up at his team. They've just defeated one cartel, but the fight isn't over. There's no time to rest, no time to celebrate. The Delta Force unit is already preparing for what's next. The mission might be complete for today, but the war against these criminal empires is far from finished. As Holt stares out at the now secure facility, he knows what must be done. The fight will continue. His team will be ready, because in this world the biggest battles often lie ahead, and the most dangerous enemies are the ones who rise from the ashes. The Delta Force unit will be waiting for them, prepared, focused, and ready for the next round. If you enjoyed this heartfelt story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing tales. Your support keeps us going.